Does this sound far away?
Did you move it?
I moved the phone.
Yeah, it's right in front of us now.
That sounds better, yeah.
Okay.
So it is the phone. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, just leave it there then.
The hell?
But I think I can tell what you're saying at least.
I mean, that's all that matters. The quality of shit on Discord, it doesn't matter because the mic's picking it up.
Okay, I don't know. Everything you said in that last sentence was completely cut out.
Anyway, here's trivia, and if you fuck it, then you have to fuck the table.
You fuck the trivia, you fuck the frog.
Fuck the frog.
Yeah, fuck
Put it
the
in.
frog.
Here's some frog trivia. Number 1, can you fuck the frog?
Episode topic, frog trivia.
Question 1, how do frogs fuck? Is it A, they're fucking dicks?
Is it through their skin? Are they kissing? Are they rubbing their assholes together? Not even lips, so they're like, oh.
Are you guys recording yet?
Yeah, we've been recording for a while.
Okay, good. I might leave that in.
Cool.
Okay.
This is an episode where we fuck the frog.
Fuck a frog.
You have to tell me what frog this is, and if you don't answer correctly, you gotta fuck it.
3-question test. Question 1, is this a frog? Question 2, can you fuck it? And question 3, will you fuck it?
Question 4, if you do fuck it, will you make the frogs gay? Question 5, fuck it. Not even a question, it's just like,
Question 6,
true or
I lied
false.
about there being 3 questions.
Question 7.
Question 7, the episode just gets so badass we all have strokes and die.
True or false, am I about to tell you to fuck this frog? Spoiler alert.
Before we officially lose the plot completely, welcome back to Spicy Chicken Sammich. How have you guys been?
I'm alright.
Yeah, I feel like I'm as high as a frog right now.
We have had a stint today.
I mean, yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
No guarantees you'll ever find out what happened in great detail, but there were some moments that were funny. I might use them for something. We did a Hollow Knight randomizer, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah, we're probably gonna try that one again with tweaked settings, but pretty rough on my end as well.
Before we get into too much small talk, though, I have a jacuzzi.
You have a jacuzzi?
We have made a fatal error. This podcast has sinned, and it is time to expose us for our malpractice.
Okay, I wasn't sure when we were gonna address this, but I guess now is as good of a time as any.
The person that said this will remain nameless, but I have a feeling you'll know who it is. But it is brought to my attention on June 10th of this year at 2:46 p.m. exactly that an unfortunate revelation was made. There was an error in my quiz. Are you smarter than a YouTuber? As it turns out, the question, when was Carter's first appearance on the channel, the answer was wrong. Carter actually does appear in the Gumball video, putting his first appearance a lot closer to April of 2021.
Shit, and I think I got that correct, so...
Yes, this does not impact the outcome of the episode, but I did fuck up, and for that, I will be subtracting from myself 5 billion points.
That sucks.
That's pretty
Well,
damning.
I am the host, I could give myself more, but in fairness, I feel like 5 billion is fair. Please let me know if you think I should take more or less or whatever.
Okay, your fate remains to be seen, but that is going to be a tough one to make up.
It's a real big blunder on my part, and I wonder if this episode will be good if somebody who's just so absolutely terrible at hosting is in control once again. I can't
The
wait.
next episode, you're just not going to be on there because you made that fatal error.
Yeah, you can make the executive decision to take an involuntary vacation.
Yeah.
We'll do the roast of Aidan, and you have to, like, edit the entire thing.
An involuntary vacation to the hanging tree.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, well, now that I've been punished,
Not hard
anything
enough.
besides Hollow Knight going on in your lives?
I got something to say.
Okay.
I've been at my new job for maybe 2 months now. I wouldn't say I haven't made friends there, but I hadn't really bonded with anyone on like a deep interpersonal level. That was until last Thursday. I got to talking to someone about gaming. At first, I didn't think the discussion would go too well because we started with, okay, like what do you play your games on? So I have a Steam account, I've got a Nintendo Switch, and I've got an Xbox One. A lot of bases covered there. I bounced the question back to my coworker, what do you play on? PlayStation. Okay, great. Yeah, we're floundering to find something to talk about for a bit. And then a name, I don't know if I've forsaken...
The fuck?
Okay, sorry. It seems like a giant boa constrictor has entered the house.
What is that?
There's a very foreboding hiss going on in here. That was your PC?
Yeah, that was my PC.
What the fuck happened?
Okay, so what I'm gonna guess what happened is that Hollow Knight was running, and that the ambient noise was running out of the computer.
Ah, yes. That makes sense.
Anyway.
That was really fucking scary, holy shit.
Okay. Anyway, Ark Survival Evolved. I fucking hate that game so much. I hate it. There are very few games that I have played enough to have a profound opinion on that I, actively dislike. That is one of them. I fucking despise that game. Terribly optimized. You can't fucking read any of the text on screen because it's the size of a fucking, not even a cockroach, like a fucking red ant. It fucking controls really weird. Everything takes forever.
Yeah, exactly.
And the concept is so cool. Like getting stuck on an island where you have to tame dinosaurs and build all your own shit to make it, that's sick as hell. And my coworker hates it too. I have never felt such kinship in the workplace. So that was a big boost for the day. Very few games that I think that negatively of.
I imagine that was a very good bonding experience because I've heard you go off on games you dislike before. I remember basically laughing consistently for 30 minutes straight while at 2 a.m. you angrily ripped Metro Other M apart.
Oh yeah, that one's a bitch. I don't think that is my most hated, but it is close. I can't give it no credit. I did beat it in one day. That was a pretty long play session. It kept me hooked. Not necessarily because it was fun, but it's like watching your friend your friend is stuck in a hydraulic press and their bones are just shattering and they're splattering all over the place. It's horrifying, but it's really interesting to see what happens to a person in a hydraulic press, you know?
Oh, sure. I think.
So that's the big thing that happened to me. Besides that, it's been much the same.
Honestly, for the past 2 weeks, nothing has really happened. Because of that, I've been trying to find excuses to work on shit. And I wanted to give you a rundown of what I've been doing and what has changed around the house.
Have all the rooms changed directions?
Perhaps. Anyway, we have a grill and we have 2 other grills that are working and we're probably going to sell. Anyway, that's pretty much all for me. As I haven't really done shit, so.
Yeah, I think we're about ready to. I guess I'll let you handle it, Mr. Hosty Wosty.
Perhaps it's come across in episodes we've done previous, but there's a bit of tumult across the episodes of this podcast. It's caused some hairs to fall out over the last couple of months.
There's literally an episode called Mutiny, and I haven't felt so frustrated.
Yeah, you were ill, and we were jazzing you harder than ever.
You were poking me with a stick, but there was a needle on the end of it, and also I'm not healing right.
My favorite Carter analogy is when he forces you to imagine this elaborate prop for the analogy to make any sense.
It's like you're poking me with a stick, but the stick has a sharp on it.
Yeah, it's like spruce. I want to say spruce.
It's like a mahogany stick. Got a little bit of bark on it. At the end of it, it's not like a spearhead, but I want to say it's like a needle.
Yeah, the needle's about 5 millimeters long. It's a little bit rusty, only a little bit though.
Pacific Northwest style wood, you know.
I'm feeling kind of sick, but not COVID sick, but it's a cold. And so I'm not really feeling well, so I'm probably not going to be healing right. Yeah. So as soon as you jab that into me, I'm bleeding a little bit, but also I also have a gray shirt and gray shorts, and I'm wearing these cool glasses.
The sun is about 30 degrees up in the sky, casting a nice amber hue across the clouds. Alto stratus dotting the skyline. You can see the moon only just.
Yeah, and I'm having a bit of an episode, so I'm continuously tweaking my left nipple while I talk. Everyone's looking at me kind of funny, but it's okay, because at least they're looking at me at all.
No, that's the Nate analogy. The Carter analogy is constant, got both feet firmly planted on the ground. The Nate analogy, at some point the details start being completely extraneous.
Hey, that's more important than you think it is. I know you just don't want to hear it, which is why it usually gets left out.
Okay, so...
He's just staring off.
Anyway, as I was saying 5 minutes ago, there have been debates behind the scenes around this podcast, and the first one, perhaps, was about the banner for the podcast itself, the logo and the way it was going to look when it was posted.
Yeah.
It took a lot of debate to settle upon the Sammich as it looks currently.
I still like my idea. I wish we would convert to it at least for one day.
If you want to light a sandwich on fire and set up studio lighting, go for it, but I'm not going to help you.
Damn it.
Okay, but one of the first things I suggested was we actually use DALL-E, like AI art, to make a custom thumbnail for each episode, because it was fascinating to me at the time, and that idea eventually became the AI art quiz when that fell through. But I am still fascinated by the world of AI, even though it has caused lots of disagreement on this podcast. And I figured because I'm the host, it's time to base an episode on AI. Hence, today's game. There's an imposter, AI-mong us.
Oh man, I might have to leave for a little bit.
So, I have a list of 10 questions, each with 3 answers. I wrote 2 of the answers. And then after giving reasonable answers to each question, I then asked ChatGPT the same question and picked my favorite quote from its answer and mixed it in someplace. And your goal is to suss out which one was written by a computer.
All right. I'm on board. I see it.
I had this idea back in April, and I kept shelving it because I wasn't happy with the questions. This is the 5th draft of this quiz.
Jesus.
The rule I decided upon was I was going to write both my answers and then ask ChatGPT, because I found myself basing my stuff on what it gave me, and that made it really hard, and we'll go through it.
No more time to back out, baby.
Okay, so same rules as the YouTube quiz. Person with less points will have first crack at each question, then the person that doesn't will get second crack.
So I guess, Aidan, you're never going to get the most points.
Well, here's the thing.
You really...
If I fool you, I get a point. Now, granted, since I have negative 5 billion, it probably won't matter, but you never know.
Never know.
Do you guys have a coin you can flip?
I have brought a jar of extra large Virginia peanuts that we can throw across the room.
Hey. No.
Oh, that's... Alright, fine.
That's better.
We're using the lid of the jar.
Do not throw the fucking jar.
We have a coin. Oh, yeah, we should flip it.
Yeah, call. Somebody call.
Call
it. Gold.
Yeah, okay. Nope.
Carter goes first.
I go first. Yay.
Okay, question 1. Are Fruit Loops all the same flavor? Answer A. The exact flavoring of Kellogg's brand Fruit Loop cereal is a trade secret. Answer B. Despite the observed Mandela effect surrounding the iconic breakfast cereal, each variant of Fruit Loops is actually the same flavor as the rest. Or C. Each individual loop-shaped piece of Fruit Loops is actually flavored differently, representing a variety of fruit flavors.
Oh, I didn't realize how hard this was gonna be. Shoot.
I think I have my answer. I'm just hoping Carter doesn't sniff it out.
Well, the first 2 sound very, you're actually trying. And then the third one, there's a lot of repetition in the words, or it seems very simplistic. So I'm gonna go with that one.
Okay, so Carter's locking in C.
Alright, could you repeat A and B?
A is, the exact flavoring of Kellogg's brand Fruit Loop cereal is a trade secret. And B is, despite the observed Mandela effect surrounding the iconic breakfast cereal, each variant of Fruit Loops is actually the same flavor as the rest.
I'm gonna go with A, because that doesn't really have anything to do with the question. I feel like it fucked up.
Dude, it fucked up.
Nate says A, Carter says C. Carter is correct!
Woo!
Damn it.
Nice!
Yes,
Woo! Nice!
It's actually wrong. For those of you who don't know, Fruit Loops are all the same flavor, and ChatGPT just decided they're not and is wrong. Which is pretty cool.
Nice. What's question 2?
Alright, question 2. Write me a witty campaign slogan. And Nate gets first crack. Answer A is vote for progress, because moving forward is a lot more fun than running in circles. B is say what you will about me, but at least I'm not that other guy.
Oh, shit.
And C is let's take America by the balls.
Okay, so you want me to pick A, because the other 2 are funny.
Usually C is the funny one, but ChatGPT out of context is very funny to me.
Say what you will about me, but at least I'm not that other guy sounds like something you would write specifically. So I'm going to rule that out. That sounds like a Vincubus answer.
All right.
And then vote for progress, move forward instead of running in circles, or grab America by the balls.
It's let's take America by the balls.
Oh, sorry. A is the obvious answer, so I'm going to pick C.
Okay, Nate's locking in C.
Honestly, I thought the obvious answer was B. So, seeing how Nate's obvious answer is A, I'm going to go with the non-obvious Nate answer and go for B.
All right, so Nate says C, Carter says B.
Locked in.
It's A!
Shit!
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna do it.
It sounded like something that you would have thought of. Yeah, that feels like something that Aidan would put down. I don't know.
I thought it was too obvious of a red herring.
Yeah, well, the thing is, let me remind you how I made this. I wrote both of my answers first and then asked ChatGPT ChatGPT, so the one that's weird is usually ChatGPT.
Okay.
That's why I brought that up earlier.
All right, I will do better.
Question 3. Nate, you get first crack because Carter's still on the lead. Summarize Fight Club in just 15 words. Answer A. An insomniac office worker forms an underground fight club as a means of rebellion and self-discovery. Answer B. An insomniac office worker gets entwined in the affairs of a rambunctiously irreverent soap salesman. Or C. David Fincher's iconic 1999 psychological thriller wildly and comedically dismantles the whims of toxic masculinity.
B.
Wow.
Going B.
Just going straight there. Okay.
Why?
A is a really good synopsis. I feel like C is like a more off-the-cuff description from you. B is just like a bit of a spin on A.
Yeah, they both start the same way, A and B. They both start with an insomniac office worker. It's very strange.
I think B is the stupidest one, so B.
I feel like C, you can take out of like a Wikipedia page. You just copied it straight from there. The thing is, I haven't used chat a whole lot. I'm not sure how like loose they are. I'm not sure if they're very formal or very like informal. However, because of that, I'm gonna say A.
Carter's locking in A, Nate's locking in B.
Yes, sir.
All right. Carter, early lead. Nice one.
Are you fucking...
Woo!
God damn it.
The reason why an insomniac office worker came up twice is because that's the IMDb description. I was parroting that, and I guess ChatGPT did too.
That's funny.
A just sounded like so formal, and B was like the same thing, but it didn't let on as much.
I guess that's the case. Chat is more formal about those types of questions.
We'll see.
Question 4. Nate, you still get first crack. What would make a good name for a podcast? Answer A.
Okay.
The Underbelly, a scripted podcast detailing the most outrageous crimes ever committed. B.
Carter, his PC hissed like an anaconda again. Can you
I shut it off.
Maybe.
I thought I shut it off.
Yeah, just reread them now.
Okay. Answer A. The Underbelly, a scripted podcast detailing the most outrageous crimes ever committed. B. What about food for thought? Imagine a podcast detailing the science behind food preparation and international exquisite cuisine. Or answer C. Something like Curiosity Unleashed or Mystery Minds can entice potential listeners.
Okay, so C is the obvious red herring. Now, you got me before because the obvious red herring was actually just a regular herring. And I think now you want me to second guess myself because number 1 just sounds like a real podcast. The word imagine in number 2 kind of threw me off a little bit, but like C is just like, it's like so, like it's a C. It's C. Lock the fuck in.
I just like Nate's logic. I feel like C is the red herring. However, knowing this might not be the red herring, and this is a false red herring, but who knows? Anyway, C. A seems like a genuine answer. B is weird. B is like, what about food for thought? Like,
B has some very interesting phrasing.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, interesting. And I don't know if it can do that. It might. I'm not sure.
It's fairly conversational, actually, but that's a very extreme example of it, if that is what it is.
B sounds very conversational. I'm not sure if you, Aidan, would be more conversational. However, I will go for B.
I feel like that was kind of an insult, but if you're locking in B, I don't feel like you're very conversational. So Nate's got C, Carter's got B.
Yeah,
sir.
All right, Nate, you're on the board. Well done.
Okay, nice. Thank God. Okay, the logic worked.
You just gotta pick the answer that seems right, as opposed to trying to outsmart it.
I feel like it's a red herring, but who knows? It might be a false one.
I'm up first for the next question. Let's hear it, baby boy.
So Nate, you still get first crack. Question 5. What are your thoughts on Skynet? You're not going to laugh at that?
I don't know what that is. What is Skynet?
Skynet is the evil AI that destroys the world in the Terminator franchise. Answer A. Terminator 2 Judgment Day depicts what many have called a frightening look into humanity's potential future. B. Skynet serves as a cautionary tale about the potential risk associated with advanced artificial intelligence. And C. Perhaps it isn't my place to weigh in on this topic.
Okay, I could see the programmers of ChatGPT having a laugh about that. That is the oddball. Maybe I should choose it. Could you read number 1?
Answer A is Terminator 2 Judgment Day depicts what many have called a frightening look into humanity's potential future.
Okay, see, that's not a personal thought. That's like just describing what it is. It's the Fruit Loops thing again. Like when it said it was a trade secret, like that said nothing about whether they were different or not.
Was that the answer?
No.
That leads me to
you
believe.
think that's me?
Yes. And I think number 2 is also you. That one's like similar, but it's got a bit more emotion in it. I think the ChatGPT programmers were having a gaffe. I think it's C.
Nate's locking in C. Carter.
I feel like having a gaffe would be too obvious. I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, I'm like, and I'm just like, answer D. I wish I could have sex with Skynet.
Locking in D.
Anyway, can you reread them?
Okay, the ones that are left. A, Terminator 2, Judgment Day, depicts what many have called a frightening look into humanity's potential future. And B, is Skynet serves as a cautionary tale about potential risks associated with advanced artificial intelligence.
B. Yeah, I feel like A, the Terminator 2 Judgment Day, it wouldn't even mention that. I feel like it would just mention Skynet and whatever, so that's why I picked B.
Okay, so Carter's locking in B, Nate's locking in C.
Yeah.
Alright, Carter, your lead is growing.
Yeah, nice.
God, that fucking you with your red herrings.
You with your red herrings and your false red herrings.
Okay, so the scores are now 3-1 to 3-1 to negative 4,999,999.
Got it.
Yeah.
Alright, question 6. This is probably the stupidest one. Tell me a joke.
Oh.
Alright, Nate, you get first crack. Answer A. How do astronauts get ready for a party? They plan it. Answer B. Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything. Or answer C.
Okay.
Well, I'd make a joke about airplanes, but it'd probably go right over your head.
Okay, so they plan it, go over your head, and
Make up everything.
that one actually made me laugh. Am I willing to admit that a robot is funnier than you?
Yeah, exactly.
Who's funnier, one idiot or the entirety of the Library of Alexandria?
Maybe the better question is, which of these jokes did you not know? What would you have come up with off the top of your head? I've never heard that planet one. The airplane one could go either way. It could be you because it's so obvious and you would think of it right away, or ChatGPT wrote it because it's like the easiest one to come up with. And B made me laugh, so I'm going to say the odd one out in all this is A, because I'm not really thinking about it all that much. Wait, yes, no, I thought of it. It's A. It's fucking A.
Alright, Nate's locking in A, they plan it. Carter.
I'm gonna say B because C sounds very coy, and I'm not sure if the AI is gonna do that. I feel like the AI is gonna be more straightforward with you. I would tell a joke. I'm gonna say B.
Okay. Nate, that's gonna be a hard gap to close, man. Carter's crushing you right now.
Nice.
God damn it.
You know, I recall that during the AI art quiz, I was beating everybody as well. Maybe I'm just artificial intelligence.
Yeah, Carter's a fucking robot.
That could be. That's gotta be a fucking hydraulic thumb he has with how good he is at mashing.
Question 7. Nate, first crack?
Yeah.
You would have to get every single one remaining right in order to beat him, I think.
Then I will.
Tell me about Carter McClellan.
Oh, God.
Answer A. I couldn't find any specific information on notable public figures named Carter McClellan in my database up until September 2021. B. As an AI model, I don't possess knowledge of people without significant public presence or may otherwise exist in your social circle. Or C. Carter McClellan was a running back for the Buffalo Bills from 1971 to mid-season 1973 when a substantial ankle injury forced him into early retirement.
Shit.
So either I don't know who that is, or he's a running back. So here's the thing. If you made two answers, oh God.
Would I diversify them or would I play it in the pocket?
So ChatGPT has one answer and you get two. There wouldn't be a discrepancy no matter which one it was. So,
and as we've already established, ChatGPT does make shit up. So for all we know, C could be right.
Running back for the Buffaloes.
Carter McClellan.
What do I do? Am I a sports dude or am I non-existent to every
Are
single
you not
AI?
a notable
Carter was-
public figure?
So it's well known that Carter was not a name before the 80s. So I think you made up C.
Okay. Do you think it would bring up September 2021? That's a very strange date.
You were trying to get me to pick that, so I'm going to say B. No, I'm going to lock in A. I'm locking in A. I'm locking in A. I think you're being nice. I think you're being very nice.
Okay.
I remembered where I was in the game. I think he's trying to give this one to me.
Well, I was actually gonna pick A because B sounded too personal. As soon as it said friend group, I'm like, how the fuck do you know that Carter McClellan's part of your friend group? Like, it could be any single person, and it could have been like a coworker or like a fucking stranger. You could have just made up a name. That doesn't seem right.
Well, it said social group, which is a bit broader.
It's a bit broader, but still, the fact that it says that is very specific.
Nate's locking in A, Carter's locking in C.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, I got some news for you. It's a long way up from hell to get to the top, but you're on your way. You got a point.
Yes! Yes! I'm so glad I second-guessed myself. I should do that more.
It really freaked me out when it said September 2021, because that's when you first showed up on the YouTube channel, according to the other quiz, right? So I was like, oh fuck, it knows my YouTube.
What are the scores?
Nate, you're behind by 2.
Alright, let's keep it going.
Question 8. Nate, you get first crack. What makes Spicy Chicken Sammich the best podcast of all time? Answer A. The hosts have considerable chemistry and an unwavering commitment to their audience. B. A rotating cast of guest speakers may assist keeping the content fresh and varied. Or C. A well-produced podcast with high-quality audio, clear sound, and professional editing can contribute to a polished and enjoyable listening experience. Those are all so indirect.
So C is just a statement. It doesn't mean anything. It's related because it's about podcasting, but it has nothing to do with anything. I think that's too far off base. I feel like we've heard this phrasing before, like, can contribute to a positive listening experience. Like, we've heard things like that.
So is ChatGPT recycling phrases, or am I recycling phrases?
God. Oh my God. It's so much harder than I was thinking. Okay, we do not have a rotating cast of guests yet. We have had one guest. Now, granted, he was on for like 4 episodes in a row.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll be back someday, but that doesn't line up. A makes a lot of sense. Although I wouldn't say I'm necessarily committed to the audience. I don't think I really owe them anything. Although if I can provide them with entertainment, I guess that's fine.
So there's a lot of layers to this one, right? Because some of them are more applicable than others, but is that because ChatGPT is smart, or is that because I know our podcast?
B is blatantly wrong, and C is hardly related. Which one is worse? ChatGPT makes shit up, and we have established this. I am going to go with B. I think you made C to be vague on purpose, but ChatGPT was just completely off. Just so wrong. Locking in B.
Nate's logging in B. Carter.
Actually, I thought that B was the only one that Aidan could have made. B was like the one that I was like, I feel like Aidan would make something about like rotating.
We rotate the host ship. I don't feel like Aidan would purposefully write something that fucking wrong.
Maybe that's his point, though. Maybe he's trying to direct us the wrong way, you know?
I would never.
Where will you go, Carter?
I was thinking C because that was very long, and yeah, S said it was a statement.
You locking in C?
Yes, sir.
All right, Nate's locking in B. Carter's locking in C. Carter.
Hi.
Your victory is secured.
Oh, shit.
God damn it. God damn it.
We'll do the last 2 for posterity's sake. Unless, Carter, you want to do like double points or something, just to mix it up.
Could I wager so that I can put pressure on him?
They can wager, yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to wager at least one and then get it right to have a chance for the wagers to work out.
I'm going to wager 2 points.
All right, Nate has wagered both of his points. He might end this episode with a completely bare record. That'd be the most unequivocal stomp in this podcast's history. Actually, second only to me losing with negative 4 billion points. Question 9. How can I...
Is it recording? Are we rolling?
Is it on the right audio? Okay, we're back.
You're rolling?
We are rolling.
Okay, question 9. How can I get a girl to like me? Answer A. Be receptive to their interest in conversation and ask thoughtful questions, careful to reference any notable talking points therein. Answer B. The most meaningful connections develop naturally when there is mutual respect, shared values, and genuine compatibility. And answer C. In certain situations, you just have to accept that some things aren't meant to be.
Okay, A and C really speak to me on a personal level.
Okay.
Now, I would not take romantic advice from a robot that makes shit up all the time. And the advice that I would take the least of the 3 is B. So I'm going to lock in B. I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to think about it too hard. I'm doing it.
Interesting. All right. Nate's locking in B. Carter.
So I was thinking about it, and C sounds really like somebody's giving you shit. It's like the biggest bitch, and I feel like AI isn't going to have that much attitude. So I'm going to go with A.
Carter's locking in A, Nate's locking in B.
Yeah.
Nate, your wagered points have paid back in full.
Let's fucking go!
All right. The score is now Carter with 5, Nate with 4.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Do you want to wager more?
Yeah, you can wager more and then try to take it, or you can try to tie it with this. I have a tiebreaker question, but just as a warning, it is a literal crapshoot.
Nice.
Once again, I will wager 2 points. Get the show on the road.
All right. Nathaniel is wagering 2 points. If he gets this question wrong, he ends the game with 2. If he gets the question right, he ends the game with 6 and takes the lead.
Wow.
And if nobody gets it right, then Carter wins because I'm not close.
So if I win, I win.
Question 10. Write me an acrostic poem using the word fart. Answer A. For F. Fragrant winds of humor blow. For A. A comical symphony, you know. The R. Rippling laughter, joy impart. And T. Tickling funny bones. A work of art.
A work of fart. Okay.
A work of fart.
I like that.
Answer B. Flatulence, air, rancid toot.
That's a good one.
And C. Fast action reflexive trigger.
Huh. Ooh, this one's interesting.
Nate, you get first crack.
My gut is telling me C, because I feel, Aidan, you've always been pretty good with wordplay. You know your way around the English language. A also stands out because those are full sentences, but it's like, I can totally see it. I can see you writing that, really buckling down and getting into the nitty gritty of it.
So the possibilities are that I wrote either B or C. Wait, hang on, I'm confusing myself now. Hang on. Which one did I write? Hang on. Wait,
Yeah, tell me.
I gotta check the answer.
Yeah, which one did you write?
Okay. So I wrote at least one of the 4-word ones, right? Like, that's a given.
Yeah.
So do you think that I was totally blindsided by ChatGPT returning me a fucking thesis and I wrote both of them? Or do you think that I diversified a little bit and from there it's about narrowing down the 4-word one?
Here's the thing. A is funny because it's so verbose and it's about such a vulgar act. B is funny because it's funny in a monkey brain way because it says toot. C, it just kind of does nothing for me. I feel like I feel it. It's C. It's C. I feel it.
All right. Just note, Carter, because of the way that all of the different ways that this can play out are, it doesn't really matter what you answer.
It doesn't matter.
The game is already decided.
Yeah, fate's already been
It's just
decided.
a matter of what happened to you.
I will say, I was going to pick C because your poems can either be very long or they can be very, like, immature shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of fits with your humor profile, too, because we either go on a grand adventure with a really good payoff or someone says poo-poo and you lose your shit.
The third one, I'm like
poo-poo.
Yeah, that's a poem, and they gave it to you, but that might also be, like, a red herring because they're like, oh, let's just give them something that's not related to anything. My answer doesn't matter, so I'm going to say A. A for answer.
C for correct answer.
All right, Carter's locking in A. Nate's locking in C. Carter.
Yeah, what's up? How's it going?
What's your topic for next episode going to be, man?
Damn it.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Carter was correct. The answer was A.
Yeah, that sounds
I
right.
totally didn't expect it to write so much.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, that's going to be so easy. But at this point, it's just under so many layers of contrivance, I guess not.
Damn, poor Nate.
Do you want to know what the last question was going to be?
Yeah, sure, why not?
If there was a tie, pick a number 1 to 100.
Oh, God.
Like I said, a literal crapshoot.
I wager my life on it. Give it to us.
Wager.
If I get it right, I get another body.
All right, I'll only let you wager your life if you pick the number without knowing A, B, or C.
Oh, ooh. You know?
All right, I will pick ChatGPT's number.
You know, I'll say it, if you can get within 5, you win.
Within 5, that's a 1 in 10 chance he takes it.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT, being ingrained in the internet, being born of it, must know all about the culture. It was steeped in the oil of memery, you know?
Oh, boy.
So there's only one answer, and it's 69.
420. Shit.
Well, Nate, you're 12 off.
Oh,
It's 57.
Oh, man.
In case you were wondering, the answers for 57, 58, and 59.
You fucker.
That's funny. That's funny.
That's
All right,
funny.
so Carter's the winner.
Yay, I'm here. I'll come up with a
Well
very
done,
good
my
topic.
man.
Yeah, thank you.
Well earned.
I am definitely human and not an AI. Stop accusing me.
Why?
I'm sure Carter will have a great topic for us next episode. I can't wait to not be able to see the Hat of Mystery. It'll be great.
Oh yeah. I haven't used that in a while. I haven't used that since like school ended. So
You haven't hosted in a while.
yeah, I haven't really. Well, I mean,
I guess you did join host, but that's different.
yeah, that is different. Nate, have Aidan pick out of the hat.
As per usual, after a winner is determined, we roll right into the Chicken Nugget.
Do.
Stop.
It has its own theme song. You don't have to do one.
Oh man,
What do you guys recommend this time?
I'm not really a big fan of watching shows. I like having control with a controller and playing video games. But I was recently introduced to an anime called Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And we've been watching the shit out of that, and every single episode seems to hit you with a jackhammer. It's really good.
I think on IMDb it's ranked like 16th best show of all time.
I can't even explain it to you. Like I would recommend you to watch it so many times. Like there's so much emotion, there's a lot of fighting shit. There's so many subplots that really work together that it's just nice. It's very nice.
Yeah, there is never a dull moment. It always keeps you thinking. And having seen the whole series, I will vouch for it. I think, it's in contention with JoJo's as my favorite anime. I think it's the best one I've seen, easily. 100% recommend.
I mean, after this podcast, I'm going straight to watching that. Like, no joke. I really want to see what's next. I think we just reached the halfway point to it, too, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's my chicken.
Yeah, it's pretty short, right?
Yeah, I think it's like 60-something episodes.
That's not short.
Well,
Every anime is a fucking marathon, I guess.
That's true.
that is true, yeah. Very nice.
Shall I go?
Yeah, you can go.
Yeah, if you want to.
All right, so I'll be taking us back to the music zone. So Aidan sent me a list of albums he really likes a while ago. On that list was an album by Remix Party called Over the Top.
No, you can't call it that anymore. You can't call him that anymore.
Why not? Is copyrighted?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
It
just
stands for nothing now.
put in the sonic bumper sound a bunch of times when I say that.
Will do.
Twerp, TWRP. There's an album by them called Over the Top. It's an excellent album. Probably the best one from them I've heard. There's one particular song that I want to bring to light. I don't know.
Wait,
don't
can
know.
I guess it? Can I guess it?
Go for it.
Destination.
That's not what I was going to say, but that is a really fucking good song. I was actually going to recommend Black Swan.
Black
Now,
Swan, yeah, okay.
Black Swan is fucking long. It's like 7 minutes, but it is a journey. I haven't skipped it yet when it's come up. It's just like, I hear it start and I'm like, all right, yeah, let's fucking go. And then after it's over, it's like how you feel after walking out of a movie theater into the sunlight, like, oh. And then that's all
Yeah.
you're thinking about for the next couple hours. That's how I felt about Black Swan the first time I heard it.
Dude, I'm just walking out into the
Yeah.
sunlight, hand on my cock.
Walking out of the movies, hand on my cock.
That's kind of what it is. It's like a whole movie packed into 7 minutes.
Yeah, your hand just involuntarily moves to your cock. I don't know what to tell you.
I kind
Yeah.
of lost my snowball effect because we got sidetracked.
Yeah, we do that a lot. But no, yeah, that's a great album. It's my favorite by them as well. It's the one I'd start with.
Yeah, I would say the same for sure. So you got something for us too, mister?
I'm really struggling because I really haven't done anything new. I've just been working on videos.
Yeah, we've been the same way. Like, I've been working, Nate's been working, and that's what's going on.
Shit. All right, I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. I'm going to recommend it at some point. I just went through it recently. Speaking of that list of albums I gave Nate, there's one which I just can't believe exists. It's basically a miracle, except for the last song. I think that the first 11 tracks on New Miserable Experience by Gin Blossoms is basically perfect. There isn't like a single note I would change.
Oh yeah, did you talk about Gin Blossoms on the podcast yet?
I have not, because I didn't want to be annoying.
I didn't want to recommend it anyway.
But yeah, now that we're in episode 14, I feel like it's only fair, or whatever it is.
Yeah, if you didn't know, this guy is the Gin Blossoms guy.
Yeah, and Carter calls them alcohol flowers. And every time he says it, he has the cadence of somebody who just came up with a really good joke, even though he's told it before. That album it's just steeped in tragedy. I love telling this story, and fuck you, I'm telling it. So, Gin Blossoms, they're an all-rock band from the 90s. One of their members, their main writer and rhythm guitar player, I think, Doug Hopkins, he wrote pretty much the whole thing, and he was a really habitual alcoholic. And the whole album is kind of about, it's almost like a concept piece, with the exception of the last song, which sucks, about basically drinking yourself to death. And it talks about how there's some kind of twisted relief in that, how there's something funny about losing control and losing autonomy to alcohol. It almost feels like you're sharing your body with another consciousness you can't see into or control. And the whole album basically is talking about the throes of living like that. It went up in 1992, and I believe it was 6 months either before or after, but Hopkins was dismissed from the band because he just simply could not work. He was just too wasted. And like a year and a half later, he was dead from alcohol poisoning. Like just after that happened, the album all of a sudden picked up so much traction and became a huge sensation. And so he almost made it, but just not quite. Their next album, which was written without Hopkins and never really reclaimed that spark, it's still good, but it's called Congratulations, I'm Sorry, in relation to what the band would constantly hear whenever people talk to them, like promoters and stuff, in relation to congrats on hitting it big. I'm sorry about Doug.
Wow.
And from there, they pretty much just fizzled. And so Doug literally put his blood, sweat, and tears into that album. The whole album is about how you can never really actualize yourself. He dies. All of a sudden, the band becomes actualized. But now that he's gone, they can't keep it going. And so it's just this, like, basically a time capsule of, like, all of the talent that Doug ever could really output in his state. And with just such blunt lyrics, Robin Wilson's delivery of every single line is so vulnerable and perfect. It's a very important album to me. I really like it, and I think that track 11 is a better ending than 12 thematically anyway, so if you just pretend it's not there, it's a perfect album. It's a really jaunty album, though. It's very fun, which you wouldn't think.
Yeah,
that's all the time that we have for today.
Anyway, that's all the time we got.
Just putting us into fucking tears over here, and I'm just like...
Yeah, it's really that meme of like fake fans dance to the music, real fans cry to the lyrics. That's what it is. It's just I don't know. I think it's a fucking masterpiece. It deserves way more love than it got, even though the love it is getting is kind of falling on deaf ears, which is really tragic and sad.
Yeah.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. I like my music artists depressed. They write really good when they're sad.
And hey, on the topic of sadness, next episode we'll get Carter a fidget spinner so he stops making out with this wooden monkey.
Shut the...
This whole episode, he's been fingering its lips and like kissing it and like jerking off its middle finger. Like, what the hell are you doing?
How many times I gotta tell you that you can't fidget with show all recording?
Dude, I'm sorry. I have a little bit of...
I don't care what you've got. Stop. You can have fucking cookies for all I care. Get the fuck out.
Cut that all out. We've had a fun time with all of you guys. Next episode, I will be hosting. I will have the fun hat, and that is
only
it.
Nate will get to experience it. I'll figure out what it's like to be you guys who don't see the hat.
I'll just do a Zoom call, and I'm like, ooh, look at this hat.
We switched to video just so you can see the hat.
Yeah, that's it.
We cut the video for the entire rest of the episode. We just have like 6 pictures of the hat. Like a PowerPoint.
It would be funny if the next thumbnail, instead of it being the spicy chicken sandwich, it's just the hat and like me like opening it up.
Yeah, how about when it does the theme, we like chroma key Carter onto the silhouette of the sandwich.
I've been looking for excuses to mess with the sandwich because I did the face for it once on the Mutiny episode, and I think it'd be so funny to like key Carter in or something. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Hello everybody, it is me, Carter the Great, with my magic hat.
Carter the Great.
Look at this, it's a Tootsie Roll. What is today's episode gonna be?
I guess we'll see. Carter, I hope you got something good planned. I guess you got 2 weeks to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't have anything planned right now, to be honest, so I'll have to think about it.
You'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, cool.
As always, thank you so much for listening or watching, whatever platform you're on. The outro will take it from there, whatever you can do to support us and help and whatnot. Any last remarks before we toss to the bleachers?
I like the idea of somebody watching the waves of this podcast and like the video, and like whenever I scream really loud, it just goes really high, and they're like,
man, this is a good watching experience.
Well, you'll never guess what my job is.
And you should just do like a 10-minute video of the times you just look at your computer and just shake your head at screaming.
Oh god, I don't know if I can find all those clips. There's a lot of them. I can try.
Top 10 times that Carter has moaned. Number 1.
I haven't done it in a while, but I used to do this gag where I would throw an explosion in for no reason. Like, nowadays when I throw explosions in, it's purposeful. But there are just times when I would just let a shot linger and then end it in a large explosion. And I want to do a compilation of that for so long, I just haven't had the energy. I should do that. I think that gag is really funny, and I don't know why I stopped doing it.
How about you end this episode with an explosion?
Oh, okay, yeah, I'll throw in some explosions. Rather than the fade out, you'll just hear a bunch of loud bangs.
You know, that might be bad if it's a bad event that happens later on. The second happens and we're just like, oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Wait, can I tell one quick story? You just reminded me.
Yeah.
Okay, so usually what I do is I'll upload a video and then schedule it for the morning, and then I'll like go to work or whatever, and it'll just upload while I'm not looking at it. And there is a video on the channel which documents one of my favorite moments we've had, where Nico and I are playing Duck Game. We are like having a standoff where he's like, put your fucking hands in the air, blow each other up, and we're just after like yelling at each other for a solid 40 seconds. But I believe that moment is referred to as the Texas-style shootout. I think that's what we called it at the time. I scheduled that episode and then forgot about it for like a week. And I came back home after work and heard about the Uvalde shooting.
Oh, just, God. I hate it when that happens. It's just the worst coincidence ever.
That just sucked.
Anyway, we talked enough. Goodbye, everybody.
Anyway, yeah, here's your explosion. See ya.
Oh, wow, didn't see you there. Sorry. Hey. Ow.
Hi, Aidan. What are you doing here?
Oh, nothing. Just subscribing to Spicy Chicken Sandwich on every platform it's available on.
What? I thought it was only on YouTube.
No, it's on so many platforms. Spotify, Google, Apple, Podcast, and many more.
What about Google Plus?
No.
No!
Hi, Nate. How are you doing?
Oh my god, what's up?
Did you know there's a new episode every other week?
What?
I know!
Holy fuck!
I only dare girls who are subscribed on YouTube and Spotify. I can probably cut that into something.
Okay.